What if I could tell you that there's just one thing stopping you from improving your life in all areas? One shift that you need to make within yourself that is going to propel you forward in a profound way and get you closer to the life that you've always dreamed of. My name is Gia Lulich, author of Joyful Journey, a guide back to the wild self, and this is my self-empowerment series where I like to share with you the life hacks that have created miracles in my own life, and I hope will do the same for you. In this video, I want to break down the one thing and the one shift that you can create within yourself and start today to get you closer to everything that you want. Just before I get into it, if you guys love the theme of spirituality and self-development, and if you're committed to fulfilling your full potential, do subscribe, comment, and like. I'm pretty new at this still, and I would love to hear your feedback about what points you found powerful and if there is any questions you have. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The one shift you can start making today to improve everything in your life is to do the thing that you are completely uncomfortable doing, but you know is going to make a big difference. We all have vices in life. We all have our comfort zone. We all have that thing or that experience that we go to where we soothe ourselves and very often numb ourselves to the emotions that are coming up for us. For some people, it is social media. For some people, it is that relationship they find comfortable, but they know somewhere deep inside it's holding them back, but they will not let go. For some people, it's work. For others, it's food. It can be alcohol. It can be drugs. It doesn't matter what this thing is, it always serves the same purpose. And that purpose is to numb down and to keep us from becoming completely connected to our full selves from moment to moment. If you don't know what that uncomfortable thing is for you, think about what are the patterns that are stopping you from getting what you want. Is it wasting time with people who are not building you up? Is it drinking too much? Is it smoking too much? Is it spending too much money in places that are not building you up? What is that one area of comfort that you seek that kind of gets you through? Alarmingly enough, it's often that thing that you really look forward to. And so it's anything that provides you comfort but is actually taking away from you in some way. This is the thing that you want to overcome. Now, the process of actually going into your discomfort and addressing this one thing that's holding you back is going to be very, very painful. There's going to be a time in that process where you may experience an emotional heaviness like you've never ever experienced before. You might have to sit in the fire for a day or two where it's almost like you just want to jump out of your skin and run away from yourself. That's what it feels like. It feels like a really high level of anxiety and panic and kind of just not knowing what to do with yourself for that period. And what I recommend you do in this situation is the hardest but most effective thing you can possibly do, which is just sit in that space of fire. Because I cannot tell you how much more resilient this makes you, how invincible you feel, that you can take on anything that life is going to throw your way. So I just want to give you that disclaimer that this is no easy thing to do and it's not something to be taken for granted, but at the same time, it is something that takes only a few days to get through, and once you get through it, everything is going to change, I promise you. And most of all, your level of self-respect is going to be through the roof. Your level of courage is going to be through the roof, and your level of empowerment and feeling of invincibility is going to be something you've never known before. One key thing to remember about this process is that no matter what emotion you're going through, it is going to pass. So whatever depths of despair you're going through, you are going to eventually stop feeling that feeling. Once you dare to sit in the fire and come out on the other side, and you will always come out on the other side, I promise you, nothing is going to be impossible. Nothing is going to be too much. Nothing's going to be out of reach. Because what you've done there is you've overcome yourself. You've conquered your own fears. You've conquered your own doubts in a way. And once you've done that, you're not going to take shit from people. You are not going to succumb to people's influences easily. So I feel like there's so many benefits to this one hack, and I so encourage you guys to try it in 2024. Again, I would love to know what your experience is, whether you saw any profound changes, whether it was as difficult as I made it sound, whether it was easy. You can also use this process in different areas of your life. I imagine that maybe most of us have more than one vice, but I maintain that there is always that one big one, you know, one that kind of sticks out. This one thing that you're like, I can get rid of every other vice. I can get rid of everything else that's bad, but I can't get rid of this one thing. And so if you just tackle the thing that's the hardest, there's that saying like eat the big frog first or something like that in business, where they talk about how you should tackle the most annoying task first. That kind of applies in this area as well. Tackle the thing that you can't even imagine from this state of mind getting rid of in your life, and go straight for that if you want super fast results, and if you want the transformation to be pretty profound. One thing that does sabotage people from releasing those emotions is you continuously talk about that theme. You bring up that theme. That theme becomes something that colors your whole world. So when you are going through this process, I suggest that you try to get through this process by yourself, because again, that builds that self-reliance muscle. It builds that self-dependency muscle that you can actually get yourself through anything. I loved doing this video because I know how powerful this process is. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments section below. Subscribe, like the video. I thank you so much for watching and supporting, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Ciao for now.